Hello everybody, we are currently in the Vindicar after defeating Argus. I know this is like, what Argus came out and how long ago, but I never actually did it on ban here, because, you know, that's just how I roll. But we're gonna go ahead and do the Illidan questline, because, well, the Illidan farewell questline, I should say, and the epilogue to Battle for Azeroth stuff, because, you know, why not? Someone's whispering me, of course. I'm Batman. There you go. As you take hold of it, you hear the echo of a message left behind, a duty Illidan entrusted to you. Go away, Scatman.
The moment that the way to Argus opened, the instant my gaze fell upon the Legion's homeworld, I knew I would not be returning from it. I will face my destiny, whatever it may hold. Yet, I have left certain matters unsettled, old wounds that I would see mended. This crystal bears two messages. One is for my brother Malfurion, the other for Tyrande. I am trusting you to deliver them on my behalf, champion. When they have heard my words, leave the crystal atop Mount Hyjal, upon the shores of the Well of Eternity. You have witnessed echoes of my past, hero. I ask your help to put these final matters to rest.
Alright, Illidan. You're my favorite Storm Rage, so I can do that much for you. These guys all have their own important things to say. I'll go ahead and read them out to you. Why not? You can always skip this part. Marisa has to say this. Illyria has changed. She wields powers I do not fully comprehend, but in her heart she remains my beloved sister. I know it. The news of Sylvanas weighs heavily upon her. There are matters to be settled, face to face. The Windrunner sisters must meet, and there is only one place it can be done.
Together we will save
I know a lot of people think that they're gonna meet up in, hold on, I gotta turn this music down. Holy crap. It's very loud. There we go. It's less quieter. A lot of people think they're gonna meet up in Teldrassil. I honestly thought that this meant Ghostlands. It made the most sense at the time, and it still does. Alright, what does Eretor have to say? Excuse me if you just heard me burp.
Good day to you.
I found them. At long last, I found them. Eretor's smile gives way to a look of uncertainty. The two people who gave me life have been absent for all of it. I know they have fought to keep me safe, but they sacrificed so much, and yet we cannot suddenly become a happy family. They know next to nothing about me, and I know only legends of them. We have much to learn about one another, and many wounds to heal. But at least we'll do it together. That's nice.
Carry on the crusade.
Carry on the crusade, yes, yes. Okay, Illyria, who was... I liked Illyria a lot in Legion, but in the current status, well, she's Alliance now. I mean, we all knew she was gonna go Alliance, but I preferred her neutral status, honestly, but it makes more sense for her lore. I agree with that. It would make no sense for her to be like, hey, Thrall, what's up? You know? Alright.
It is a good day for
My heart soars to return to Azeroth alongside Eretor and Tyrande, to see the forest of my homeland once again. And yet... Marisa told me what has befallen Sylvanas. Though I dread the meeting, I must see with my own eyes what she has become. Is she even my sister anymore, or some light-forsaken monster? But of course I have changed as well. The powers at my command may cause some to question my loyalties. Illyria draws in a long breath. I must remain calm, focused. There is much to ponder. Alright.
We do the Legion must be stopped. We love.
And Tyrande.
We stand
Long
together.
last the war's over. Part of me never expected to survive to see this day. So many battles, so much loss. Tyrande sighs, his eyes brimming with a flood of emotions. Now we return home to a world I haven't walked in 1,000 years. My old life is long past. It is time to build a new one and get to know the son who embodies everything I fought for.
Walk in the light.
I still think Tyrande's really boring. I have to say it. He's really boring. Alright, Velen, you're my favorite besides Illidan and the expansion, so let's see what you have to say.
Not all who wander
Countless nights
are
I dreamt of
lost.
returning to Argus, of seeing what became of my home, of saving it. Velen is quiet for a long moment. There was no salvation to be had, but we did find victory. What comes next I cannot say, but I will not wait for visions to guide me. I will do all I can to support King Anduin and to ensure he is prepared to face the threat that looms in the darkness. The Void Lords, yep. Alright, and now
must
for
unite
Dadgar,
against
or
the
or
Legion.
whatever.
Knowledge
The
is
campaign
power,
against the...
but using it wisely is the key.
That's very nice, Khadgar. The campaign against the Legion has been long and wearying. We have traversed entire worlds, spanned the twisting... stop it.
Without you,
Spanned the
Azeroth
twisting
will
nether
surely
itself
fall.
to finally achieve victory. I am tired, Benarok, yet we cannot rest. Magni's visions of doom shake me to my very core. Only one Titan remains. Champion. And we must defend it.
Where you lead,
Speaking of
we
Magni,
will
where
follow.
is he anyways? Did he, like, teleport to Azeroth or whatever? You think he'd be on here too, considering things. Just, you know, pointing out a loophole. Alright, Grand Artificer Removal. What's up, buddy?
Come, speak
The
with me.
Vindikar may have been untested when we set out on this campaign, but she saw us safely home. All those ship's upgrades were worth it, yes? Do not answer. It would only break my heart. I love you, Ramul. You're so nice. A ship's engineer's work is always underappreciated.
The Vindicar is at your
That sounds
disposal.
about right. Alright, well I think that's it for now. Sorry that might have took longer than it should have, my friends. Change that. Alright, well, we're gonna head back to Dalaran, and we are going to, send Illidan's message is out to Tyrande and Malfurion. That's very nice. Alright, yeah, here is Malfurion. Alright. What's up, Malfurion boy? A lot of people here, so that's nice.
The soul of our world is in agony.
It certainly is, Malfurion boy.
How might nature serve?
The world cries out to us, Bannerrock. We must fight to save it. Illidan requested that I bring this crystal to you. Man, this is really awkward as a Horde player. Especially with what happens in the next expansion with Teldrassil. Oh boy.
Nature stands with you. The crystal. It rings out with a familiar voice.
Malfurion, even in the womb we grappled with one another. Struggle has followed us all our lives. The teachings of Cenarius were always your path. I felt another calling. It was power I sought, but not to conquer or rule. It was a means to an end. To save Azeroth from an unstoppable foe. You never trusted my intentions, though I suppose I did not make it easy for you. But now, as my fate becomes clear, I wish to quiet the strife that has long divided us. Even when the Legion is gone, new threats will arise. There is no one I trust to face them more than you, brother. You have spent a lifetime fighting for the dream of what Azeroth could be. Now you must fight for what it is. Take care of Tyrande. Listen to her counsel. She was always the best of us. The road ahead will be long. Whatever comes, bring honor to the name Stormrage.
My brother made selfish choices, caused pain to so many. His transgressions are difficult to forgive. And yet, there were times when we fought for a common cause, a shared purpose. Those were good days. And now is not the time to ponder personal regrets. We must see to healing the world, champion.
Alright. See, I know what each of them has to say, and personally, Malfurion is the most lenient about this. We're about to get to Tyrande, which is my favorite character. It's pretty clear that I am not a favorite to Tyrande. I liked her in Warcraft 3, but she's fallen to grace. I'm really hoping Battle for Azeroth does her justice. I know people think, oh, is it because she hates the Horde and your Horde? Is that why you hate her? No, that fits her character perfectly fine. But in-game, she's kind of an imbecile in how they treat her, which is kind of wrong. Not kind of, is wrong. Because she's like a 10,000-year-old general, pretty much. And she's like making rookie mistakes with Varian in Pandaria, if you've done that quest ever, or scenario, I mean.
Bear witness, foolish elves! I will crush your champion!
Shut up. I'm trying to record a video, Mr. Demon Man. Move over here. But, yeah, with Tyrande, she's just kind of fallen to grace. Now, Malfurion, he hasn't done anything, which, in my speculation videos and in the way it's kind of, you know, pointed, oh, okay, Malfurion hasn't done nothing, but he's done less than he should have. And I feel like that's bad on his part. Like, he did kind of stuff in Legion, but not enough. Like, he got captured and had kind of a cranky fit. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, say these are bad characters either, because in the end, I love all World of Warcraft characters, even when they are not the best. But anyways, let's go ahead and say hi to Tyrande. With Malfurion, I feel like he was much more lenient with Illidan, and I actually liked what he had to say to Illidan's message. Like, it was still very, like, you know, they both treat him kind of like crap here. That's all I'm gonna say. But that's okay.
In my lifetime, I have twice witnessed a sundering of the world. Mother Moon, I pray I do not see a third.
Oh, you're gonna get one, girl. I'm willing to bet by the end of Battle for Azeroth, we're gonna get that third sundering, and we're gonna get that world revamp, and then World of Warcraft 2. I'm calling it. World of Warcraft 2 is after Battle for Azeroth, because they haven't announced another expansion after Battle for Azeroth, as far as I'm aware.
Ishnu Allah, may Elune light
Though I
your
cannot
path.
abide the actions of your war chief, Orc, we must fight together to save our world. Ho-ho! You have no idea, Tyrande. You have no idea. Illidan requested that I bring you this crystal to you. That I bring this crystal to you. See how well you react to your, fanboy. By the way, Illidan and Maiev. That's my ship. I love those two. Just saying.
I sense a sorcerer's touch upon this crystal.
Tyrande, long ago, you trusted me enough to defy Malfurion's wishes and free me from my prison. But over time, that faith was lost. And like my brother, you came to believe that the choices I made had driven me to darkness. Know that every path I took led toward a single purpose: saving our world. I could abide no half measures, no compromise. At those times when I faced doubt, I held true to one constant, one anchor. You. You have always embodied the best of Azeroth, Tyrande. Your faith, your devotion. Through the darkest times, my belief in you never wavered. My fate, my duty, are now clear to me. I leave Azeroth's defense to you, and to my brother. Take care of him, Tyrande. Though at times I wished your heart had made a different choice. In the end, I know it made the right one.
Contrite words. Yet I must wonder whether he truly meant them. After Illidan faced defeat atop the Black Temple, I tried to let go of my feelings, my distrust and bitterness. When I learned that he was alive, leading the fight against the Legion on the Broken Shore, I could not bring myself to speak to him. The time for talk has passed. Seems he has a duty to fulfill. As do we. Let us be about it, champion.
I guess hearing the words from Tyrande and doing it that, like, it's kind of refreshing, I guess. Like, it doesn't sound as bitter as I originally remembered it, I guess. I don't know, like, at first I thought, man, she's being...
The nightmare spreads like a pox on the land.
Dang. World quests, I swear. I don't need to do them, I already did them today, for crying out loud. Okay. But, with Tyrande, it feels different, I guess. Because Illidan's pretty much going, like... Illidan goes to Malfurion and is like, you know, I'm sorry that I kind of did things this way and you did things this way, but I had to do it this way. I'm sorry if I'm not really good at explaining this. Normally I have to type down my thoughts, and that's how I normally do it. So I'm trying to think of it right now. But anyways, with Illidan, it seems a little bit more harsh towards his brother, and Malfurion kind of bites back a little bit, but Malfurion, like, thinks about the good times that he had with Illidan during the War of the Ancients, and before Illidan became a demon hunter, and all that. With Tyrande, she references how Illidan was during Outlands, during Burning Crusade, and how she tried to let go of her feelings of bitterness and distrust, and all of that towards Illidan. But then she goes here and is like, I couldn't speak to him. I could not speak to Illidan after what he did. But she kind of acknowledges that Illidan has a duty to fulfill now. Which, we really don't know what that duty is still. It seems to be Jailer of Sargeras, but he never was really needed to do that position. He kind of just took it up on his own, but at the same time, that might save our asses, so, or doom our asses, either or. So let's go ahead and say our farewells to Illidan one last time. I'm sorry that if I'm not very good at explaining myself here, guys. You know, I'm still getting used to doing stuff on camera, and I'm still getting used to not talking from a script. Because almost all my videos are done by script except the reaction videos, or, you know, these types of videos, so. Let us go ahead and say our farewells to Illidan, then. At the Well of Eternity. That was kind of the joke there, if you guys weren't getting it. But yeah, considering everything that's going to go down in Battle for Azeroth, I have a feeling Malfurion is either going to die, or he's going to go MIA. Probably die, though, if I'm being honest. my biggest issue with Legion was they didn't have enough interactions between Illidan and certain characters. Like, they did stuff with Maiev, but it wasn't enough, I think. And they had this farewell message to Malfurion and Tyrande, which, you know what, that's probably the best we were gonna get anyways, but, you know, whatever. There's one thing I love, is Night Elf music. I'm not the biggest fan of their lore, but gosh darn it, do I love the music that they have for them. Let us put down the final crystal for Illidan's sake. I like this little bench here. I think they added this bench just for this, I swear. Oh, gotta have Skull and Hottie out. It's a Skull Shorties video. You can't have... there we go. You can't have Skull and Hottie not out in a Skull Shorties video. Come on now. Alright. There we go.
The Well of Eternity. I am not one for sentiment, but if anything embodies my commitment to Azeroth, it is the font of power I created so long ago. But enough dwelling on the past. The crystal I left for you to find holds not 2 messages, but 3. The last is for you, champion. You have proven your commitment to Azeroth. Your dedication, your sacrifice, rivals my own. But more will be asked of you. So much more. Even now, enemies gather, and the shadows grow darker. From this day forward, the defense of our world, of all we hold dear, rests with you.
You know, I wonder if Illidan was trying to get Tyrande and Malfurion to come to this Well of Eternity, you know? To see that message or whatever. But clearly that was not the case. But that's okay. You know, you can't really have Tyrande and Malfurion kind of just go out of their way to, you know, see Illidan's final farewell. Because even... I'm pretty sure they didn't know what it was, and you probably didn't need to tell them, so. But, I'm gonna miss Illidan. I mean, it's not goodbye forever. At least I don't think it is. But it's definitely goodbye for a while. Unless, you know, of course, Blizz is like, hey, Illidan's back, and like the end of Battle for Azeroth, which I highly doubt it, but you never know. You never really know. So, let us go ahead and see the... After bringing Illidan's crystal to the Well of Eternity, you feel a sense of satisfaction, as if the circle is now completed. Whether he was a hero or a betrayer, both or neither, Illidan has a duty to fulfill. As do you. And so ends most of the quest lines for Legion. I'm probably going to do the next quests in another video, like right after this one. If you haven't noticed, I put a lot of reaction videos out, and I'm planning on doing tons and tons of more videos while I'm on the down low of doing my speculation videos, because the speculation videos take time, and I put a lot of effort in them, and a lot of people seem to like them, and I just don't want to get burned out or present you guys a very bad or niche video that no one is going to like. So, is niche? I don't know about niche. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This was Illidan's final goodbye to the hero and Malfurion and Tyrande. My thoughts remain the same pretty much, but, you know, they're a little bit less bitter, I guess, because it does make sense for these two to react this way. It's still jerkish for them to react this way, but I still liked it. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video. See ya.